approached very early on in the whole journey of the apprenticeship scheme, and from post-insurance point of view, it was something we were very, very engaged in, thought it was an excellent initiative from the government. We're a workforce of about 160 odd staff based in Athlone, and I kind of thought, do you know what, good opportunity for maybe somebody in the Midlands who would like to pursue a career in the whole insurance financial services industry.
I was in college and the course just wasn't a fit for me. I was studying, a finance subject, but I was also studying a language. So the language just didn't suit me as a person. So I was looking for a way for me to get away from it. And when I saw coming up online that there was an opportunity to work, but to also get a level 8, which is what I, wanted to come out of all of this, I applied to post insurance, and all of a sudden one thing led to another, and I was starting a job in an area I was more interested in than doing a language. I wanted to work for a finance industry. Putting your best foot forward on your CV and putting all the information about you and why you deserve this job needs to go onto your CV. And I did a lot of background work, so I researched Post Insurance as a company first of all, and going into the interview I felt that I could speak about the company, that I knew them as a company.
When you think about it, you're working full time, you've got some college work to do. It's not just going to all happen for you unless you're motivated. You got to be super organised, and you got to really just get on with people. If you think about it, if you're a student, you've got your rag weeks and you've got maybe you don't have your 9 o'clock start for your lectures, whereas when you're an apprentice, you're working in a very professional environment. You're expected to be in on time. You get your lunch break. You finish at a certain time. There may be on occasion where there may be some projects going on that we may need your additional support for. And I guess from that point of view, you do all that. That's the day job. Then you got to go home and open up the book, get the study done. Because there's continuous assignments. I know there's a lot of case studies that the apprentices have to do. So from that point of view, I would say it's very important to get the mix and the balance right. And that's probably, I would say, one of the biggest challenges apprentices will certainly have. You're gaining invaluable on-the-job experience. So it's kind of like a passport into the insurance industry. We will help you all the way from day one as part of the induction, and the induction is the exact same as any new employee we would have. The growth in our apprentices has been unbelievable. The confidence has grown. They've got certainly more product knowledge has improved, which means they've got more confidence with their assignments. And I think it's making everything that a little bit more practical and real for what they're actually doing in college.
If I could give advice to someone applying, it would be to work on your background knowledge of insurance before it, know about the company you're applying for, and probably make sure that you can have a fairly high computer knowledge, because it's so important now when you're working in insurance. Everything is done on computers.
You got to be motivated, you got to have a good personality, you got to be able to engage with people, because the systems and the insurance systems that we have, you learn those, you'll be taught those, but I think the key thing is to go in with an open mind, but not be afraid to have done your research, understand the industry. You're not going to know it all, but certainly, there's some very good websites out there now. The Insurance Institute of Ireland have a fantastic website where they have so much information about the apprenticeship programme.
I think a misconception people have of insurance is it's all very boring. We have some fun in our office. Everyone's very friendly, and it's not all old, and most of the people in our office are very young, and we're all go out on good nights out together, and we have great staff nights out. And I think people have this thing that it's all really tight suits and not very fun, but it's not like that at all.
We get the medium right, because we also recognise our staff when they do a good job. We have an Employee of the Month award, we have a Quality Call of the Month award, and I always think it's nice to say well done to people when they do a good job, and that's something we would take pride in our organisation, that we really spend a lot of time on that. We would definitely plan to continue with the apprenticeship programme. We started off with 2 apprenticeships, Stephanie and Kieran, who are now currently in year 2. We've certainly built a foundation there now that it would be much easier to slot in. So yeah, it's something we'd be very excited about because it has worked very, very well for us.